Well, he got the clutch free throws, and it took a team effort for Georgia Tech to defeat Bethune-Cookman today, 65-62 at McCain's Pavilion. Joined now after the game by head coach Josh Pastner. And, Coach, I think you kind of know you're going to have to grind these games out in the early going. Bethune-Cookman, a stubborn team as they closed that deficit not once but twice down the stretch. But your guys showed some composure and was able to take care of business in the home opener. Your overall impressions of the game, what you saw, especially coming out of the UCLA game?
Well, first off, we had opportunities to, we were ready to bury him or put our foot on the, kind of on the accelerator there, and we kind of let our foot off of it. There was 3 5-point swings that went against us, and we were ready just to bury him those 3 times, and, just a, not a smart play, whatever it may have been. What I was really proud against UCLA, we only had 11 turnovers, as you and I talked about in the pregame. But today, 19 turnovers. And Justin and Jose combined for 7 out of the point guard spot there. It's just too many. And so us not valuing the ball is a big thing for us that we've got to be better about. We've got to be better at valuing the ball, taking care of the ball, because we just right now, especially until we get Todrick and Josh back, we're just limited. And and I've said it, and I'll say it again, our margin for error, especially for this year, is the same as it was last year, is 0. So we don't have those possessions to give away. Now, we can beat anybody in the country, regardless if Josh or Todrick are playing or not. We can beat anybody in the country, but we also can lose to anybody in the country too. I mean, that's who we are. So we'll continue to get better. We'll have to be better on Wednesday night than we were today. But the good thing is for this youth of a team and this young group, we found a way to win. And that's something to be said for. We found a way to win. Secondly, is we did make our free throws, and that was a big plus for us.
With so many newcomers and a couple of notable absences, how much of a security blanket is Ben Lammers, not only on the offensive end but defensively as well?
Well, he's just he's so good. Especially he almost had a triple-double today. He was 2 blocks away from a triple-double. But his ability to score the ball. I mean, there's a couple things late game situation that he didn't execute. We got him the ball late, and he ended up shooting a bad shot that wasn't what was called for out of the timeout. And then out of the timeout we told him to hold the ball and let him get fouled. However, AD, I'm so proud of him, made both free throws when he got fouled. And what I would tell you is he stayed after yesterday's practice and shot like 100 free throws and really shot it well. So again, he did a nice job in that second half there. So, hey, we got to win. It's been a long week coming from China, just a lot going on, and we were fortunate to get a win, and it was just an unorthodox last 2 weeks. You're spending a whole week in China, literally 9 days. The time zone's 12 hours ahead, 13 hours ahead. Our practices were kind of screwed up because of the gym time and all that, and then you come back and you're getting adjusted, and hopefully we can kind of get going and be better as we move forward.
Jose Alvarado, it wasn't a perfect afternoon because of those 4 turnovers, but he still had a very balanced box score, Coach. 18 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists and a steal, and also a team-high 39 minutes. What kind of vision do you have for Jose running this offense the way you like it? He's already shown he has no sense of fright at the moment and seems to do a lot of things well.
Well, one, he's doing a great job on the defensive glass. Him rebounding is a big thing, and it's all about guard rebounding, defensive rebounding, especially from the guard spot. But he between him and Justin and Brandon and Kurt, the amount of layups we missed in the last 2 games on fast break opportunities, it's enough to last a lifetime. And every one we miss of those, it just takes a day off my life. We've got to be able to convert on those fast breaks, and we've just blew so many. So he's got to be able to make some threes. He was 0 for 3 today, had a couple good looks. He's got to make those. But he's tough. He's hard-nosed. He's coming up with hard-nosed defensive rebounds and loose balls, and that's a big thing.
Is this a better 3-point shooting team than what the numbers have shown through 2 games?
Well, what were we versus UCLA? I forget what.
4 of 18.
4 of 18, 1 of 8 tonight. Well, 2 things. One, I was glad that we shot less threes today. So between 2 games, we're 5 of 26. That's not real good, and we have to be better than we were last year. We were dead last year, and I predicted and thought we would be a better three-point shooting team, both with Brandon, Curtis Haywood, Jose, Josh, and Todrick, even though those guys haven't played yet. So we just haven't shown it yet, and we're relying on freshmen to make shots. I think also some of it could be where I'm demanding so much that maybe they're tired. It's no excuse. but we've got to shoot the ball better. But I'm glad today we didn't shoot as many threes. We only took 8. But the 19 turnovers, and Bethune-Cookman had 25 points off our turnovers. That was a difference in the game right there for them to keep it that close. Was
it just a hodgepodge of reasons for the turnovers? Any main culprits that got you guys in trouble?
Well, just unsound. I mean, a lot of it came on fast break opportunities. I mean, Justin had 0 assists and 4 turnovers. Jose, 3 turnovers. AD, 4 turnovers. We just had things that just not sound. And we've spent all week on like 3-man weave and just passing and catching and being smart on fast break opportunities. We've got to be able to convert on the fast break. Now, I will tell, Georgia Tech Yellow Jacket faithful, Yellow Jacket Nation, that we're going to be very similar to who we were last year. It's going to be a grind early season. It just is. It's going to be a grind at the early part. And until we get those guys back, it's just going to be a grind. But we will get better as the year goes. We did the same thing last year. We were rocky in November and December, and then we got better as the year went. And it's going to be the same thing with this group. We're going to be a little up and down and rocky, but we will get better as the year goes.
Well, if you're going to have to grind, you might as well get the W with it. You do so today, 65-62 over Bethune-Cookman. Head coach Josh Pastor, thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it. And both UCLA, who had not scored under like 75 in like over a year and a half, we held them to 63. And today, I think Bethune-Cookman is trying to score in the 90s. And we held them to 62. So, again, we're going to have to just grind it out until we get some more firepower back.
And the grind will continue this Wednesday when Georgia Tech is back in action at McCain Pavilion. And our player of the game today, in Georgia Tech's 65-62 win over Bethune-Cookman, the senior from San Antonio, Texas, Ben Lammers, nearly had yourself a double-double, 19 points, 13 rebounds, and 8 blocks. In this early season, down a couple of projected starters, have you had to take it upon yourself to shoulder more of the responsibility offensively and defensively? Is that part of your mindset in this early going?
I mean, yeah, obviously we're missing a couple key guys, so I just knew that, it went on to me to produce more on both sides of the court.
It was another red-hot first half. You made your first 4 from the floor. Nearly had a double-double in that first half. What was working? What did you feel so well doing in that first half?
I mean, it's just one of those games where, like, the first half, the shot just felt really good and kept shooting it. It kept going in, so.
Hey, and if it keeps going in, why stop? Jose Alvarado, your point guard, finishes with 18 points and also fills up the stat sheet with 6 rebounds and 5 assists. What do you like about that young guy as he's leading the offense?
I mean, he's doing a great job coming in as a freshman. Obviously, he's just like a crazy hard worker. He cuts really hard, which is like one of the main reasons why he's so successful. And he's just but he's not like always looking for a shot. He's being a good point guard, making sure he distributes well. So he's just been a great job growing into that role.
Bethune-Cookman was stubborn this afternoon, not only because of 3-pointers, but also the turnovers cropped up in a way they didn't against UCLA. What gave the team some troubles as far as coughing it up?
It was just one of those games where we weren't as sound as the ball as we should have been. And I don't think they were doing anything too special. We just weren't quite locked into where we needed to be.
What were the conversations as Bethune-Cookman was making his comeback? You had an 11-point lead in the first half. That evaporated, but then you stretched it out to 9. Bethune-Cookman started to crawl back. You're the elder statesman on a floor with a lot of newcomers. What were those conversations in the huddle on the sidelines just to make sure everybody stayed composed and settled down?
I mean, we always say basketball is a game of runs. So, they're a good team. They're going to make their runs. We just need to weather it, make our runs, and we need to make sure, we take better care of the ball.
All right, finally, I want to ask you a question about another one of your teammates because you've had a chance now, almost 2 months worth of experience playing with him in practice. But Brandon Alston, a lot of Yellow Jacket fans are getting their first look at the graduate transfer. What does he bring to the floor that can make him a piece to build around at Georgia Tech this year?
I mean, obviously he's a great player. I think he's helping us out with a lot with just our extended range because he can shoot for 3-pointer pretty well. But he's also a great driver and a great finisher, as we saw in this game. He had a couple and ones, which having a great driver like that really helps open me up as well. So it just helps with the whole flow of the offense.
You have a triple-double in high school? You had to have.
I had a few, yeah.
Very modest. Well, you came close to 1 today, which would have been your first of your career, 19-13. 8 blocks for the man who was 3rd in the nation last year in blocks per game. Ben Lammers, our player of the game. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.